welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look inside Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, NFC South rivals collide. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And it's a positive start, a gain of 5 to get things going.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
from the 46. Here's 2nd and 2. Right back to Irving. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Jacob Harris on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Offside. Defense.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's Cooper open right side. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Atlanta.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down. They got him. That's the 50-yard line.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll He'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Folks' kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over for their second possession. Beginning with 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Mayfield. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Throwing is Tua. Quickly out wide and get it to London. Now he's free to midfield. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. It's a gain of 43 yards.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 25, here's second and 8. Tua gonna throw. Moving outside the pocket. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
Now it is first and goal. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Vita Vea in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Pitts is the man in motion. To throw is Tua. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll run with Harvard. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On play action, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Whoa! And they'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one to the veteran Hooper. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Looked like some problems there with the snap. Somehow he gets it away, but it's a really short kick. The Bucs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. On 1st down, here's Irvin. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
To the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll go again here with Irving. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
It's a gain of 35.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 35 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. He slams it in there, and he is in. And it's Gainwell. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead.
Falcons 3.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Give left side. Here comes Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Now it's Tua. Moving to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for the quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short game.
3rd and 7. Here's Tungo Bailoa. Open receiver is Dotson. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big game on the ground.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
At the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua.
It's on 2nd down. Vita Vea on the stop. Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Third and long. Back to throw is Tua. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Here's Irvin. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mayfield. It's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the right side, he finds McMillan. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Mayfield. And it's caught. He got Godwin. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's Ibuka in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming. Downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Mayfield. He'll step up and he will get into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers will take a 14-6 lead.
Falcons 6.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. This one is caught by Dotson. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Second and a yard. A shotgun snap for Tua. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. Now an opening past the 30. The kickoff return here, and he'll bring this close to the 30-yard line.
You can almost hear the conversations on the sideline. So they spend the halftime talking about, we can't let up. We've got to come back and extend our lead here to start the second half. And they come out and get a huge boost with a terrific kickoff return.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll motion a tight end right. Thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. One of the easiest ways to negate first catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Irving, and nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, Baker. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Jalen McMillan, the one he was looking for there. And now, 3rd and goal coming up.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. London brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's got that to the rookie wideout from Georgia. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We saw a great example of it here.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
10 yards. And the Falcons, first down. First and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 27-yard line.
A good spot here. Second and a yard. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. Second and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it third and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So, instead of third and short, it's now third and 6. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Gain of 12 yards.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
They run over center with Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
2 yards on the
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing third and 6. Now Tua. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Tyler Goodson. Touchdown Atlanta. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
And even though it's just the third quarter, they'll try to draw even right here and go for 2. They'll run with Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion ties this game up.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
2nd and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got the connection there to Ibuka.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll send a man in motion left. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They go play action with Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otten that time around. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. 2nd and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a first down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have 3rd and potentially 4th down, and you only need a couple yards. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
The RPO, that one is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Other man, a goalie a couple. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
Diablo on the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Irvin. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
To throw is Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 30.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 30 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
One of the biggest plays of the game right here. 3rd and inches. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throwing is Tua. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Atlanta.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
His 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Another run here for Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Tagovailoa. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Tua. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Falcons.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And the Falcons going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Here's Mayfield. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. It's Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Important punt here in this tie game late. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Robinson, ball carrier. Tyke Smith on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Woo! Down the sideline, past the 45. And he gets out of bounds as well. What a play. Big yardage. They've stopped the clock. They are on the edge of field goal range now.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go and take this lead.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They hit another 17. Back-to-back plays of 17 yards. And another 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. And we can see the results.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Off play action, it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. it's third and long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. From the gun, here's Tua. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it. Just can't quite get it done. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Johnson now to return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Gonna give it to Oven. Finding room at the 35. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Left side, he's got Ibuka. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That one good for 29.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Right back to Irving. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is into the hands of McMillan. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
second down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
For the lead, here is third and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. In stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. A shotgun snap to Tua. This one is caught by Dotson. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. And it'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. The Falcons getting their puncher out there. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Baker to throw. That is caught by McMillan. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Falcons' 49-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down. Gain there of 21. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
21 yards. And a first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll run. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game.
27-yard line.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. This kick is good, and it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They get themselves.
Hopefully y'all liked that game. It was a very good game all the way down to the wire.
They avoid overtime.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers pulled it off, but the Falcons gave them a very, very good game. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this content. Hopefully y'all leave a like, a comment, and if you don't mind, can you hit that subscribe button for me?
The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.
Peace out. Love you all.